Welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we are going to be learn about the operators as type in C++. C++ provides different types of operators. These operators can be used with variables and literals to get the result. You know some basic arithmetic operators such as plus, minus, multiplication, division, and the modulus, like this one. But there are many other operators provided by C++ programming language such as arithmetic operators, relational operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, arithmetic operators, and other operators. Now we see the example of what is the arithmetic operator. These types of operators like the basic arithmetic operators are plus, minus, asterisk, divide, and multiplication. The modulus. In addition to these operators, there are two operators to increase or decrease the value of a variable. The increment operator is plus plus. This is the increment operator. And the decrement operator is minus minus. These operators can be used as before the variable which is prefix and after the variable which is postfix. You can see I just write before the variable mean this one it's a prefix. If I write this one, so this is the postfix. For example, you can change the value of the variables like here I just write int which is equal to 0 and then plus plus a. Now a is the one here, so I just write cout which is less than cout and a, and then I just write end line here. Now a plus plus, so now a is 2 here, remember that. So count cout and a which is end line, and then I just write minus minus a. So a is decrement here, so the value of a now is minus minus, and then I just print cout which is a and end line. So here I just write minus minus a, and now we have the decrement operator which is the value of a is 0, so I just out a now. Okay, so this is a simple example of the cout increment arithmetic operator. So now afterwards we just go to the relational operator. So the relational operator, this one we just study this category of the operators is used to compare different values. The result of the operations is a boolean value, true or false. The relational operator are used in the following form like operand, operator, and operand. There, where operand can be some variables or literals that are compared. You can see here we just compare our variables like a which is equal to b and a which is not equal to b. Then a is greater than b, a is greater than or equal to b, a is less than b, a is less than or equal to b, and a is greater than b, and a is greater than or equal to b. So these are the compares operator between these a or b. Now we see the logical operator. In the logical operator we have the AND operator and the OR operator and NOT operator. Now we just also see the logical operators which are the boolean value like true or false, mean the value is true or value is false here. In the bitwise operator is we just use AND or XOR, this is our XOR, and this is NOT operators. In other operators we just study about the size of operator and the comma operator. So this is the comma operator, okay, and this is a comma operator. Now we just see the example of these arithmetic, relational, bitwise, and logical operator. So here I just clear this, and here I just write hash include and IO stream means input and output stream using namespace std and integer main, right? Now I just define the integer which is value of 20, then integer b which is equal to 5, sorry it's 5 and integer c, right? Now c which is equal to a plus b, okay? Now c which is equal to a minus b. Now c which is equal to a divided by b, and then c which is equal to a modulus of b. Now c which is the increment operator and c which is decrement, c which is equal to which is decrement operator, okay? So these are the some arithmetics operators. Now I just write c out which is line 1 and the value of c is, and then here I just write c and then end line, okay? Now I just copy this 1 2 3 4 and 5, okay? So now I'll just change like line number 2, line number 3, line number 4, line number 5 and line number 6, okay? I just save like arithmetic operator. So you can see our arithmetic operators are completed here, like for plus, minus, divide, modulus, increment and the decrement operator, and c which is equal to a, okay? And I just forget to add c which is equal to a static b for the multiplication, or I just paste this or leave it. Execute and compile and run this program, and you can see here for the line number 1 which is a value of 25 100 15 4 0, increment operator which is 20 and the 21 here. So this is a simple example of the arithmetic operator. Now we just see the example of the relational operator in C++. As I told you, the relational operator where we use is equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to signs. So now I just create a new file, and here I just write new and hash include iostream and using name space std and integer main. Now int a which is equal to 20, then integer b which is equal to 15, and then integer c which is equal to, sorry, integer c as a empty integer. So relational operator, and here I just write if a which is equal to b, and here I just write c out which is line number 1 a is equal to b, and here I just write end line, okay? Now I just use else c out which is line number 1. So this is line number 1, and here I just write a is equal to So A is not equal to B here, and here is write end line. Okay, now I just copy this code for less than, for greater than sign. So here I just write for greater than and for less than. So if A is greater than B, so our line number 2 will print A is greater than B. A is not greater than B. Okay, and if A is less than B, so I just write here A is less than B and A is not less than B. So this is our line number 3. Okay, now let's change the value of A and B here. So A, which is equal to 3, and B, which is equal to 20. So if A is less than or equal to B, so Cout, which is line number 4, and here is right, A is either less than or equal to B. Okay, and here is right end line, and then I just use one another statement, which is if B is greater than or equal to A. So Cout, which is line number 5, and B is either greater than or equal to B, and end line here, and at the last I just write return 0. Now just check the output. So here the output, so you can see line number 1, A is not equal to B, means 20 is not equal to 15. Then A is greater than B, means A is 20 and 15, so here is greater. Then A3 is line number 3, A is not less than B, so A is not less than B, true. And then A is either less than or equal to B, yes, true. And B is either greater than or equal to B. So this is the example of the relational operators. Now we just see the example of the logical operator. I just copy this and create a new file. Okay, and here I write if A and operator B, A and B. So Cout line 1 condition, and condition is true. Okay, and this is end line. Now let's copy this one for OR operator and not OR, and this is for, and here is right, this is for OR operator and the condition is true, and here I just change the value. So A, which is equal to B, no sorry, A which is equal to 0, and then B which is equal to 9. Now I just write if A and B operator, so line number 3 here, so I just write condition is true, else Cout line number 4 condition is not true. Okay, and end line. Now if not equal to A and B, so here I write Cout, which is line number 5, condition is true, and let's write end line, and at the last return 0. So this is logical operators. Now execute this program, and we have an error here, yes, and compile it again. So you can see line number 1 condition is true, line number 2 condition is true, line number 4 condition is not true, and then line number 5 the condition is true here. So this is a simple example of the logical operator in C++. So these are the some kinds of operators in C++. Thanks for watching this lecture. See you in next lecture.